Shalom, Israel. Shalom, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah Baraka Thumb. Shalom, Shema Thumb Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah to the sisters. It is the ISUPK. It's the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge out of Harlem, New York since 1969 under command of General Yahweh. And we've been called to teach the so-called Black, so-called Hispanic, and so-called Native Americans that we are the lost sheep of the house of Israel. We are the lost sheep of the house of Israel. We are the descendants of Moses. We are the descendants of Christ. Yahweh Shah Mashiach, which is known to the world as Jesus Christ, will look just like me. And he came to this planet to establish a government. He came to establish a government, a kingdom that lasts forever. It is an everlasting kingdom. All right. And this government has order. Has order. You know, it kills me that our people, Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, indigenous people of this land, we'll get out and we'll march. We'll march in hot weather, and we'll march in the rain, and we'll fight in the snow. But we won't come to class to learn the scriptures. We won't come to class to learn, thus said the Lord. We don't learn that. This is the only profession that you can just pick it up and become a professional. You can't just pick up a doctor book and become a doctor. You can't pick up a barber book and just become a barber. You can't pick up anything and just become that. Why do you think that you can just pick up a Bible and now all of a sudden you have become a prophetess? You have become an evangelist. You can go into the closet by yourself and come out. Now you're an apostle. Like, listen, this government has order. The Most High says he does everything decent and in order. He never does. Just think about it. If it's not in order, how could it stand? If there's no brotherhood, how could it stand? The Most High does everything decent and in order. The first one I'm going to go to is 1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 40. Because the Most High does everything in order. He does not do anything out of order. Nothing. Everything. Salakia, I'm having you just got to speak up. You got to speak up.
Okay.
All right. Read it.
That's the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 14 verse 40. Let all things be done decently and in order.
Let all things, not some things, not half of a thing, not a quarter of a thing, but it says, let all things be done decent and in order. The Most High does everything decent and in order. And we're going to look at that order. And how we're going to look at that order, we're going to focus on the number. We're going to focus on David. Because David was a man of order. David was a man that believed in government. He believed in brotherhood. He believed in divine intervention. That's what David believed in. And one of the most profound statements that was said to Mary was this. Give me Luke chapter 1, verse 32. We're going to go inside and we're going to take a deeper dive into the throne of David, the kingdom of God, the government, and how it's established, and how you could get that same type of honor from the Lord and respect from the Lord. So the Lord don't have to look up on you and have respect that he used you. You understand? The Most High is a man, a God of order. You got it?
All
right, give it to me. What you got?
This is the book of Luke, chapter 1, verse 32.
Mm-hmm.
He shall be great and shall
All right, go up to verse, so you can give a context on what's going on.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 1, verse 30. And the angel said unto her, fear not, Mary, for thou hast found favor with God.
So the angel came to Mary. The angel came to Mary and said, what?
Fear not, Mary.
Fear not, Mary. Go ahead.
For thou hast found favor with God.
Uh-huh.
And behold, thou shalt conceive in thy womb.
So the Most High, the angel is really the Most High, because the angel is speaking for the Most High. And he's saying, verse 31, behold, thou shalt conceive in thy womb, and bring forth a son, and shall call his name Jesus. And he shall be great, and he shall be called the Son of the Highest. Now here's one for here's some precept for you. Watch this. Verse 32. He shall be great and shall be called the Son of the Highest, and the Lord God shall give unto him the throne of his father David. Why didn't it say, and give him the throne of your father David? If Mary is from the line of Judah, right? If Mary is from the line of Judah, it should say, and give unto him the throne of your father David. It shouldn't say his father David. It's your, it should, I mean, it should say your father David. If Mary was from the tribe of Judah, that's what it would say. But it doesn't say that. It says, read that part again.
Okay. He shall be great and shall be called the Son of the Highest. And the Lord God shall give unto him the throne of his father David.
The throne of his father David. Now I'm going to give you an example to prove what I'm saying. Give me 1 Kings 3 and 14. I want you to give me 1 Kings 3 and 14. Michael Ward, I want you to get me 2 Kings 2, 20 and 5. Because when the angel was speaking to Mary, it says his father. It don't say thou father David or your father David. It don't say that. What you got? You got?
Okay. This is the book of 1 Kings chapter 3 verse 14.
This is 1 Kings chapter 3 and verse 14. Go ahead.
And if thou wilt walk in my ways to keep my statutes and my commandments, as thy father David did.
As thy who?
As thy father David
As
did.
thy father David did. Now that's the Solomon. To thy father David. But someone would say, well, you know, that was Solomon. It should say to thy father David, to Solomon. But what about this one? You got what you got, Michael Ward?
This is the book of 2 Kings.
You got to speak up because the mic is working up here only. Go ahead.
Salakia, sir. This is the book of 2 Kings, chapter 5, verse 2.
Salakia, 2 Kings chapter 20, verse 5. Remember, it says thy father David in 1 Kings 3 and 14. This is going to be 2 Kings 20 and 5. This is speaking about all Judah. Go ahead.
This is the book of 2 Kings, chapter 20, verse 5. Turn again and tell Hezekiah, the captain of my people. Thus saith the Lord, the God of David.
The God of who?
The God of David.
Go ahead.
Thy father.
The who?
Thy father.
The who?
Thy father.
Thy father. So why didn't it say thy father Mary? If Mary, if on your father's throne, on Mary's father's throne, if Mary was from the tribe of Judah, you know why I don't say that? Because Mary is not from the tribe of Judah. Mary is not from the tribe of Judah, because if it was, it would be very simple. It would have said of your father David, the throne of your father David. All right, so now, what we talking about tonight? What we talking about tonight is brotherhood, government. Why is brotherhood and government so vital? Government has to be set up first, and then brotherhood has to flow right in it. Without brotherhood, there is no government. How could you have government and it's just you? How could you have government when you're only just trusting in yourself? All right? You can't. The kingdom of God was built on brotherhood. Brotherhood is maintained through that government, and that government only can be successful through brotherhood. Listen, we have been called by Yahweh Shah Mashiach to build up the South. We got to get out here and put that work in. God has called you to put in that work. If you're in Delaware, the Most High is calling you. But guess what? You don't want to put in that work. You don't want to put in the bricks. You don't want to put in the things that's necessary to build this kingdom, that brotherhood, to build this government. Remember, This is a kingdom that's everlasting. It is an everlasting kingdom. And this kingdom began in Genesis chapter 1. Go give me Genesis chapter 2 and verse 16 and 17. Genesis chapter 2, verse 16 and 17. All right. Now, I got a question, and you can put it in the chat. Who was the first king of Israel? Who was the first king of Israel? Who was the first king of Israel? Let me say it in the chat. Who was the first king of Israel? The first king of Israel. Who is it? Who was it? Who was it? I can't hear you. Go ahead. What would be your answer? Was everybody scared?
I would say David.
David? David would be the first king? Who was? Well, what about Saul? I thought Saul was a king. I thought Saul was a king, but you know what? I would say the Most High was the first king of Israel.
That's right.
I would say the Most High was the first king of Israel. He was the first king of Israel. He the one that first gave the order. Who got my Genesis 2 and 16?
This is the book of this is the book of Genesis, chapter 2, verse 16. And the Lord God commanded the man.
Did what?
Commanded the man.
So here's that order. Commanded the man. Go ahead.
Saying, of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat of it.
So now the Most High right here is giving order. He's establishing the government. He's saying, listen, you can eat from every tree of the garden, but from this tree of knowledge of good and evil, don't touch it. Listen, every nation, if you look at every nation has something good, but it definitely has something bad. But this kingdom, this nation has all good, is all in perfection mode. All right. It is no flaws is in this kingdom. The wisdom that we speak is perfect. Where is that at? Y'all got, remember, you know what that's at? That's in Corinthians. The wisdom that we speak is perfect. Try 1 Corinthians. You know it?
What, the one where it said the other nations will get the wisdom?
Nah, the wisdom that we speak. Hold on. Let me see. The wisdom that we speak is perfect. The wisdom that we speak is perfect. It's in 1 Corinthians 2 and 6. 1 Corinthians 2 and 6.
Oh God, that's the book of 1 Corinthians.
This is the wisdom that we speak. Go ahead.
Chapter 2, verse 6. Howbeit, we speak wisdom among them that are perfect, yet not the wisdom of this world.
Read it again.
Howbeit, we speak wisdom among them that are perfect.
So he said, however, we speak wisdom of this what?
That are perfect.
That is perfect. Go ahead.
Yet not the wisdom of this world.
Not the wisdom of the world. So here, Paul is saying, however, we speak the wisdom among them that are perfect, yet not the wisdom of the world, nor the rulers of the world that come to naught. Keep going.
But we speak the wisdom of God.
We what?
But we speak the wisdom of God.
We speak the wisdom of the most high power. That's what you about to get. What you about to get tonight is a government that is perfect. The wisdom is perfect. You never seen anything perfect? Well, guess what? This is perfect. You're about to see something perfect. Read that again.
Oh God. This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 2, verse 7. But we speak the wisdom of God in a mystery. Even the hidden wisdom, which God ordained before the world.
Before what?
Before the world.
So before the world, he's letting you know. Remember, I told you, in order for a government has to be established, there has to be rules. There has to be transgression against what's being told to you. Like, for instance, we transgress what?
The law.
Why do we transgress the law? Why do we transgress? Why don't we just Sin. Transgressing the law is sin. But what is transgression? It was what? It was given to you. Listen, remember, if somebody tell you not to come on my land, right? If I tell you not to come on my land and you come on, I told you. Now you're trespassing. If you come on my land and I didn't tell you, and I call the police, I call the government, and the government come out, they can't arrest you. They can only tell you don't come on the land because guess what? You wasn't warned. We were warned. We was told. Why? Because we are the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It was given to us. So we speak that which is perfect. Keep going.
Okay. Verse 8, which none of the princes of this world knew.
So none of the rulers of this world knew. Keep going.
For had they known it, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory.
If they would have known it, they would have not crucified our King. See, what we saying, man, is foolish to the world.
Right.
You got anything else on that? I'm feeling that. What else you got on that?
It says, Salakia, verse 9, but as it is written, I have not seen, nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which God hath prepared for them that love him.
That means we caught them sleeping. They had no clue. They had no idea what was happening because we speak that which is perfect. That's why when we say that we are the 12 tribes of Israel, people can't understand it and they can't get down with it because we speak in that which is what? Perfect. We speak in the wisdom of God. You can't understand that. You can't understand that the fact that one day they will all stand. Where's the Apocrypha at? Where's the Apocrypha at? Give me Apocrypha. It's a hip shot. Give me Apocrypha. We speak that which is perfect. So in Genesis chapter 2 and verse 16, he was establishing the government. And remember, that government was established when? Before what?
The world.
Before the foundation of the world. So before the foundation of the world, this was being established. This was being done. Hold on, let me see if I can pull this real quick. What you got? You got something?
No, I was just trying to get connection with the
All right, let me keep, and I'm going to pull that. All right, let's get back to Genesis. So now, we see in the book of Genesis, right? Genesis chapter 2 and verse 16, we see that the nation was being established. Now, let me ask you a question. Was Israel being established in the Garden of Eden?
Sir.
Give me a precept to show me that Israel was being established in the garden. Right at this time, when he was speaking to Adam, give me a precept. What you got? Deuteronomy 32 and 8. Give it to me. Deuteronomy 32 and 8. The government was being established. But I'm going to show you how David came along and David grabbed and pulled it all together. Because guess what? What if I was to tell you that the kingdom was not even like all the 12 tribes wasn't together? What you got?
This is the book of This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 8. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance.
He divided unto the nations their inheritance. Hey, can you pull up these precepts up for me and pull them up?
That's what I'm trying to do.
All right. Read it again. Deuteronomy 32 and 8.
This is the book of Deuteronomy. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 8. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance. When he separated the sons of Adam.
When he did what?
Separated the sons of Adam.
Go ahead.
He set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel.
So all the way back during the time of Adam. See, that's that perfect wisdom. That's that wisdom of the kingdom. Right. Adam, during the time of Adam, the Most High already had us in mind. He already was setting the bounds of what?
Bounds of nations.
Keep going.
Set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel.
According to the number of the children of Israel. This is all the way back in Adam. This is all the way back during the time of Adam. The Most High already had it in mind, because we was set up before the foundation of the world.
Right.
So now, when you talk about Adam and what the Most High said to Adam and gave Adam that order, and he was setting up the nation, and he had the kingdom in mind. He was setting up that government. This is what he did. He established a law, he established boundaries, and he established authority. And guess what? He established consequences. It has to be consequences in the government. It has to be consequences. So it got to be authority, and it got to be consequences. So government existed before then we was established as a nation. The Most High was already putting it in order. Why? Because we speak that which is perfect, right?
Right. So
now, in the book of can you pull them up? Give me Genesis 3. Give me Genesis chapter 3. We're gonna get into the rebellious part, because the rebellious part is the problem. That's the problem. Genesis chapter 3. Remember, the government was established. Adam had okay, first tell me what was the first fall after Eve. What was the first fall?
Cain and Abel.
Cain and Abel. Now with Adam and Eve, what went on with Adam and Eve? What happened with Eve? What's going on?
Adam listened to Eve.
Adam listened to Eve. That is so important. Can you pull that? The very first thing, and I want all the brothers, and I want everybody to hear this. When the Most High gave his punishment to Adam, what was the first thing he said to Adam? The first thing he said to Adam, when it was time for Adam to get his punishment, when it was time for him to get his licks, what's the first thing the Most High said to Adam? You got it?
I got the one where he wasn't deceived, but the woman being deceived, it
was in transgression. Now I want the one in Genesis. I want you to go to Genesis, and I want y'all to look at the first thing the Most High said to Adam after he had fell. Nope. Oh, he get right at him. He gets right at him. Right at him. What's that in Genesis 3, right? Verse 17. Genesis 3, start at 16. No, we're going to go right to Adam. Genesis chapter 3 and verse 17. This is what the Most High said to Adam. Every man, that you got a household, and you got a rig, and you following orders, you got to understand exactly what the Most High said to Adam. The first thing he said to Adam in Genesis chapter 3 and verse 17, he said, and unto you, Adam. Unto Adam he said, what?
Because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife.
Because you have hearkened unto the voice of thy wife. The board and tore up the government from the rip. You can't have government. The first scripture I read was what? The Most High does everything decent and in order. When it comes out of order, that's when the government falls. When it comes out of order, the first thing crumbles is the brotherhood. That's the first thing that crumbles is the brotherhood. That's the first thing that crumbled is the brotherhood. Because guess what? The unity of Cain and Abel happened because what? Brotherhood. He didn't trust in the Most High. Divine intervention is so important. When was the last time you got up and prayed? When was the last time you fast? Like for real. I ain't talking about a quick boom and then keep. No. When the last time you put that time in? Do you get up in the morning and do you minister to the Lord? What do you do? What is your divine? How are you going to gain that strength that you don't fall like Cain did to Abel? How Adam fell to Eve? How are you going to handle it? what are you going to do that strengthen you? I'm telling you, there's a man in this book that we're going to read about called King David. He relied on divine intervention. He relied on prayer. He relied on fasting. And guess what? Now he has a memorial. He's a standard. When the angel came to Mary, what did the angel say to Mary? I'm going to give him, your child, the throne of his father David. David set the standard of brotherhood. He set the standard of government. He set the standard so high and so well that the Most High said, this is a man after my own heart. Ain't that what he said? Then we get to Genesis chapter 6. But before we get to Genesis chapter 6, I want to go to Genesis 3. Still want to go to 3. And I want to look at Eve, because the things that Eve did, these are the things that especially our sisters struggle with all the time. All the time. They struggle with it all the time. Food, good for the eyes, good for the flesh. Give me that. Give me that. This is where, look, this is where it gets interesting. You know, I could be wrong, but I used to pray and ask the Most High, and I used to be like, Most High, you know, I'm putting your word to the test. I'm putting you to your word. I'm putting you to your word. And I'm learning this right now. I'm going through this right now. Divine intervention, prayer, fasting, getting into these scriptures, understanding brotherhood, understanding government. What you got?
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food.
All right, so first it says she saw that the tree was good for food. What should she have done? Anybody? Go ahead.
Turned away from the ex-husband.
Exactly. Give me Deuteronomy 8:3. And asked her husband. You know why? Because by asking her husband, this is, look, remember when, I think that was Rebecca and she was barren? She went to Isaac. And that's how the order went. You got it? What you got? Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 8, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
And he humbled thee and suffered thee to hunger.
And did what?
Suffered thee to hunger.
Go ahead.
And fed thee with manna.
That's spiritual food. Then Christ said that a man should not live off of bread alone, but every word that come out of the Most High's mouth.
Right.
She should have relied on that food.
Right.
She should have relied on the words that her husband gave her. Because let me tell you something. When a sister is left alone, she's unprotected. When a sister say, that's it, I'm going to do my own thing, that's that right then and there, that's that Eve thing. She done saw something that's good for food, good to eat. But the Most High will rely on that spiritual food. Go back to Genesis 3 and 6. So now we got the food part, but then we got something else. Go ahead.
And that this is the book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 6. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes.
It was pleasant to the eyes. That's what the sisters do.
Right.
They see it, it's pleasant to the eyes. They like what they see, it's good for them to eat. It's good for them to take in. And it becomes their what? Their wisdom. You see that order right there. You see it. You see it. You want it bad. You eat it, you take it in, and now it becomes your way of life. One thing I learned in the ISUPK and the Commander General, Your Honor, is order. Protocol. So when a sister tell me that this happened, or a brother tell me that that happened, and I gotta do this or I gotta do that, the first thing I'm thinking is, what protocol, what are you operating under? All of us is operating under some type of system, some type of government. It's either the government of the world or the government of God. It's one of the two. You look sick right now when I said that. But those are facts. You are either in one of the two. Give me Proverbs chapter 2 and verse 6. 2 and 6. Eve wasn't wrong for wanting wisdom. Eve was wrong for trying to obtain wisdom from the world. Right. Trying to obtain wisdom from a snake. Not relying on divine intervention. That divine intervention should have been, she should have went to her husband. That's what she should have done. Just like you and I, everybody in this room, everybody that's listening to this class. Before you do, seek the Lord. Seek the Lord in all thy ways. Like really, when was the last time you got up and prayed? When was the last time you went to sleep at night with it on your mind that I'm gonna get up in the morning and I'm talking to the Most High? And we're gonna talk about some things, and I'm gonna lay some things out, and I'm gonna petition him for some things. When was the last time you did that? That's what David did. And that's how David was established. He established this through brotherhood and being faithful to the Most High God. The very two principles that coins all the commandments. That coins all the commandments. You got that? Proverbs 2 and 6?
Okay. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 2, verse 6.
Uh-huh.
For the Lord giveth wisdom.
The who?
For the Lord giveth wisdom.
That's it. Mic is dropped. That's what Eve should have realized. The Lord giveth wisdom.
Right.
Not BET. Not none of these movies. Not none of these rap songs. Not none of these love novels. Not none of these things. Remember, we speak that which is perfect. So if you speak of something perfect, the world don't supposed to be able to understand. They don't supposed to be able to know what you're talking about. Why? Because you got to be born again. You got to be born in this kingdom. So here we got Adam to Cain. During the time of Noah, they wanted to do their own thing. But, you know, I want to look at the Tower of Babel for a minute. Go to Genesis chapter 11. When was the last time you really examined the Tower of Babel? Let me show you. I'm going to show you us. I'm going to show you us. Now, remember, in Genesis chapter 1, in verse 27, it said 26. It says, let us make man in our own image and our own likeness, right? Let us, right? So we're going to Genesis chapter 11. Genesis chapter 11. Listen to the language of the people. Listen to the language. They are not relying on the Most High at all. It ain't no fasting, no praying going down at all. Genesis 11 and 1.
Come. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 11, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole earth was of one language and of one speech.
So the whole earth was of one language and one speech. Go ahead.
And it came to pass, as they journeyed from the east, that they found a plain in the land of Shinar,
mm-hmm.
and they dwelt there.
Go ahead.
And they said one to another.
They said one to another. We don't see any counseling, no ministering to the Lord or nothing, right? It says, and they said one to another, go, let us make brick and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone and slime had they for mortar. Keep going.
Come. And they said, go to, let us build us a city and a tower.
Stop. So it says, and they said, go to and let us build us a city and a tower whose top may reach unto the heavens. And let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the earth. See all of those us's? It says, it's us. When I read this, you know what this reminded me of? This reminded me of Genesis 1 and 26. Let us make man in our image and our own likeness. Let us do it. Let us do it. Verse 5.
Okay. And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower, which the children of men builded. And the Lord said, behold, the people is one, and they have all one language. And this they begin to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do.
So look, the reason I wanted to get that in, because look, they were all in unity. So the unity part is good. Just like Eve, the wisdom part was good, but she was seeking wisdom in the wrong spot,
Right.
the wrong place. The unity is good, but the unity right here is outside of the Lord. It's outside of the Most High. It's not going to work. Once again, when was the last time you did? Once the men stop trusting in the Most High, that's when the violence happens. First, the brotherhood collapses, violent follows, and then the division. It happens every time. But now let's talk about Israel. Go ahead.
So like it too, I got a precept for that too.
All right, what you got?
In the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 3 and 24.
Hold on, let me get it. You said Ecclesiasticus?
Chapter 3, verse 24.
Chapter 3 and verse 24. And let the... All right, go ahead.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 3, verse 24. It says, for many are deceived by their own vain opinion.
Many are deceived. That's a good one. Many are deceived by what?
Their own vain opinion.
By your own opinion. When you say what you gonna do. Once again, when you go outside of the Most High, that's what's happening. You're not trusting in him.
Right.
You're doing your own thing. You're doing that. Read it one more time.
For many are deceived by their own vain opinion.
Your own vain, meaning your own empty opinion. I hate when you say they know my heart. You know my heart. Yeah, I know. The Most High knows it too. Wicked, vain, empty. Go ahead.
It's like it too. That like goes into like when people be wanting to say like for their birthdays they just want to celebrate themselves. Like they don't even really be understanding like yo, you want to celebrate yourself for what? Like what good can we really say we really did?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's like so the rest of the verse it says, and an evil suspicion have overthrown their judgment.
The evil suspicion has overthrown their judgment. So it is you that's doing it. It's you that's relying on it. But what if I was to tell, look, David, when David came on the scene, listen, David had to put in real work.
Right.
And we're going to build up to that. But right now, I'm looking at this division thing and this thing that's not relying on the Most High. Give me Numbers 32. Give me Numbers 32. And hold on, before you give me that, Canaan. What was the land the Most High promised the children of Israel? What was the land? What was that land called? The land of Canaan, he promised them, right? Did they all go into the land of Canaan? Oh, they didn't? What do you mean they did? This is really important. Go to, first of all, let me see the promise first. Give me Genesis chapter 17 and 8. I want y'all to understand the Most High gave a promise to Abraham, to his seed. It says in Genesis chapter 17 and verse 8. You got it? Let's go.
This is the book of Genesis chapter 17 verse 8. And I will give unto thee and to thy seed after thee the land wherein thou art a stranger.
The land that thou art a stranger. Go ahead.
All the land of Canaan.
All the land of Canaan. All the land of Canaan. Now give me Numbers chapter 32.
That's the book of Numbers, chapter 32.
All right. Go ahead.
Now the children of Reuben.
The what?
Now the children of Reuben. And the children of Gad. Had a very great multitude of cattle. So it's saying that who? The children of Reuben and the children of Gad.
The children of Reuben and the children of Gad had a lot of cattle. Keep going.
And when they saw the land of Jazer, and the land of Gilead, that behold, the place was a place for cattle. The children of Gad and the children of Reuben came and spake unto Moses.
They came. So the children of Gad and the children of Reuben came to speak to Moses. Keep going. And keep going.
Like it. And to Eleazar the priest, and unto the princes of the congregation.
Keep
saying,
going.
Atharoth, Biban, and Jazar, and Nimrah, and Heshbon, and Eliab, and Shabam, and Nebo, and Beon, even the country which the Lord smote before the congregation of Israel.
Keep going.
Is a land for cattle, and thy servants have cattle. Wherefore, said they, if we have found grace in thy sight, let this land be given unto thy servants.
So this is not the land of Canaan.
Right.
This is not the land. This is on the other side of the Jordan. They like, listen, man, this thing look good. This is good for the cattle. This is good for our animals and everything. Look there. We need this, Moses. Let us get this. Let us possess this. Keep going.
Come.
And bring us.
And bring us not over Jordan.
And bring us not over the Jordan. Why did I pull this out? Because under the time of the judges, we were still divided.
Right.
We fought against each other. We wasn't unified. That government, that brotherhood was not solidified yet. We needed that one. We needed that one to bring that brotherhood in. You got something?
No.
So you had, and look, just so y'all can know, this is where Ruth is from. Ruth was from the other side of the Jordan. Ruth wasn't one that went on to Judah. Remember, Judah was on the other side of Jordan. There was a famine in the land during the time of the judges, and they had to travel. Give me Joshua 1 and Joshua chapter 1, verse 12. Let me see. I think that's it. Hold on. Let me see. Let me Joshua chapter 1 and verse 12. Go ahead.
This is the book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 12. And to the Reubenites.
And to the who?
And to the Reubenites.
Go ahead.
And to the Gadites.
So this is the Reuben and Gad. Go ahead.
And to half the tribe of Manasseh.
And half of the tribe of Manasseh. Go ahead.
Spake Joshua, saying, remember the word which Moses, the servant of the Lord, commanded you, saying, the Lord your God hath given you rest, and hath given you this land. Your wives, your little ones, and your cattle shall remain in the land which Moses gave you on this side Jordan. On this side of the Jordan. Keep going. But ye shall pass before your brethren armed. All the mighty men of valor, and help them. And help them. So they had to go over and go to war to get the land of Canaan for their brethren. They had to promise to still go over to Jordan, go to war in the land of Canaan, and get the land for their brethren. Keep going. Until the Lord have given your brethren rest, as he have given you. And they also have possessed the land which the Lord your God given them. Did what? Give it to who? Them. Gave it to them. So that's the land over there. The land that Reuben, Gad, and half of Manasseh got. They got that because they was like, listen, man, I like what I see. This is nice. This is nice, man. I can put the crib right there. I can put the shed over there. The horses over there. The cattle's over. Yo, this thing is nice. Yo, hey, Moses, I want this thing right here. Go ahead. And that was around the time they was going around conquering land, right? Well, what happened was we was traveling and we wanted to get through the land, and they didn't want us to go through the land. Right, they was trying to fight us. And they wanted to come out and rumble. And the Lord was with us. And look, the Lord was with us. Right. And look, grip that thing up. Grip that thing right on up. So here we see that Reuben,
Gad and Manasseh settled east of the Jordan. East of the Jordan. And this was the time of the judges. Give me Judges 21:5. This is during the time of the judges. 21:5. So during the time of the judges, we definitely wasn't together. Everybody was doing what they wanted to do in their own eyes, like they do today. Right. You know my heart. They people kill me with that. You come on, so I can't follow my heart. That's just a nice way of you saying I can't follow my feelings.
Right. Like even this, like how can we say we all believe in the Bible saying that? Because it say nobody knows their own heart. Right. The wickedness of our heart, nobody can know it. How can we say, hey, we know our hearts? And the Bible say we don't. So it's like we're gonna believe what we say or what the book says. Right.
Unfortunately, that's just what it is. You ain't gotta pull that. You ain't gotta pull that. We got the picture. During the time of judges, men did what they wanted to do in their own eyes. Period. You got that 21:5? 25? Go ahead, read it.
This is the book of Judges, chapter 21, verse 5.
25.
This is the book of Judges, chapter 21, verse 25.
It's just to seal the deal.
In those days, there was no king in Israel.
There was what?
There was no king in Israel.
There was no king in Israel. Keep going.
Every man did that which was right in his own eyes.
So there was definitely no divine intervention at that time. Just like now, right now, honestly. I ain't gonna call y'all out. But I hope y'all not doing what's righteous in your own eyes and in your own heart, in your own mind, with your own feelings. Divine intervention is so important. Believing and trusting in the Most High and his word is vital. How do you expect for something to work and you out of order? Like if you're in a marriage and you want your marriage to work, how your marriage gonna work if you're the man? If the woman is the man and the man is the woman? That shit ain't gonna work, Salakia. How can it work if the children is the boss of the house? The children running the crib? Right. That can't work. It's out of order. We saw that with Eve. That's why I told you. The first thing he said was, unto you, Adam, for hearkening unto the voice of the woman. For listening to her, this is why the kingdom fell. And guess what? Adam still didn't divorce. That's why Christ said from the beginning, divorce was not in play, unless it be for fornication. Because guess what? Eve should have got divorced. In America, she would have got divorced by that American. He'd have put her away. He would have put her away, and it wouldn't have been for fornication. So he would have caused her to be an adultery. So we got that, right? Salakia. So in Judges, during the time of Judges, men did what was righteous in their own eyes. Give me Psalms 14:12. Every man did that was right in his own eyes. So man became his own what? He became his own government.
Like you said, 14:12.
Yeah, Proverbs 14:12. He became his own God. You became your only. You know, I got somebody that just said that to me not too long ago. I'll be my own leader. I be my own. I lead myself. That's dangerous right there. You got it?
Okay.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man.
There's a way that seems right. You know, to man. You know what way seems right to man? Man's way. Man's wisdom. Man's righteousness. And why am I saying? You know, it kills me. Look, when things happen in your life, don't rely on man's wisdom.
Right.
Don't rely on man's counsel. Rely on God's counsel and get in order. Just get in order. Read that from the top again.
Okay. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
Is the ways of death. How is that? Because the actions that you're doing is leading to death. It's leading to something. It's leading to disease. It's leading to a heartbreak. It's something. It is leading to a form of death. Every man becomes his own government. That's what you don't want. You need to be held accountable. Somebody just asked me, they said, why do you have to be a part of ISUPK? Why you got to be a part of anybody? Why can't you just be yourself? Because then I'll fall in line with self-government. I can't be held accountable. Look, a lot of these entertainers, they have people around them that they are called enablers, because there's nobody around them really governing them right and telling them, no, don't do that. No. You shouldn't do that, because they're afraid that they're going to get fired and lose their job. So they become enablers. All right? That's not what you want. You want somebody with you that's going to tell you you're wrong. Right. You want somebody with you to tell you, don't quit your job. I know the way that you saying it sound good because you're looking on the other side, but listen, you settled. Stay there. Don't try to do what man does. Don't try to do how man reacts and how the world responds. Because remember, in the scriptures, we do that which is perfect. We speak the wisdom of God. It is perfection. It has no flaws. Remember, the scripture says, first we believe what is written, then we speak. All right? So give me, after Judges came the kings. Let's see at the end of the reign of the judges, and let's see the language of the children of Israel and how they rejected the government of God. You got it? 1 Samuel 8. Hold on, let me get it. To 1 Samuel 8 and
I put a precept real quick.
Con.
This is the book of Mark, chapter 7, verse 8.
What's the precept for? What's it about?
Putting aside what God say for what man did.
All right, you got it.
Kawakan. This is the book of Mark, chapter 7, verse 7. Howbeit in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. For laying aside the commandment of God, ye hold the tradition of men.
You hold the tradition of men. We love to hold the tradition of men, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. What else? You got anything else on that?
Kawakan. Washing of pots and cups, and manner other such like things ye do. And he said unto them, Fool, will ye reject the commandment of God, that ye may keep your own tradition?
Of course they will. When you say you want to go to the birthday party, you rejecting the Most High.
Right.
And you're relying on the world. Because guess what? It's pleasant to the eyes, it's good for food, and good for wisdom. You on it. You just like Eve, and that goes for man and woman. What you got?
Precept on which I just pulled.
Come on.
This is in Colossians 2 and 8.
Uh-huh.
Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of man, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ.
Not after Christ. And that's what this is all about. That's what this class is about. Divine, I'm going to say it again. Divine intervention is vital. It's very important that you pray, fast, right, minister to the Most High. Get your counseling. Give me Isaiah chapter 30. All right, let me get back on it. Yeah, hip shot. Isaiah chapter 30, man. Absolutely.
Kawakan, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 30.
And remember, you got to speak up because the mic is pretty low.
Woe to the rebellious children.
What is woe? What does woe mean?
Destruction.
Destruction to the rebellious children, saith the Lord. Keep going.
And take counsel, but not of me.
Do what?
But take Salakia. That take counsel, but not of me.
That's what you do every time you do not rely on the Most High. When you rely on self, you're relying and taking counsel not from the Most High.
Right.
Eve did not take counsel from the Most High. During the Tower of Babel, they did not take counsel from the Most High. Cain did not take the counsel from the Most High. Remember, the Most High always gives you a way out. He always gives you a way. to make it righteous. It's you that decide to not do the righteous act. Keep going.
Come on. And that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit.
See, that covering that you're covered with and not of his spirit, that's the cover of the world. You feel good about what you just did.
Right.
You feel, you know what? You feel good. I feel good about my decision that I made because I relied on the counsel of the world, not the counsel of the Most High. So this covering, I feel good. But guess what? That covering is going to have holes in it. That covering is going to catch fire. That covering is going to lead to death.
Right.
Keep going.
Come on. That they may add sin unto sin. That walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth.
Did not ask at my mouth. Listen, everybody that's listening to this program and all y'all in this room, tomorrow, make sure when you get up, man, you take counsel with the Lord, man. Make sure you get up and you talk to the Most High and make it your business. Make it your business to be like what I'm going to show you how David was, so that you can set a standard in your family, in your government. Your home and your home, that's a small government. That's a small part of a bigger government. Get it in order. Get it in order.
All right.
Keep going. What else you got?
To strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh.
That's what you do. You strengthen yourself in the strength of America, in traditions of men that makes the Most High word void.
Right.
You know, a lot of blacks, Hispanics, they say a lot of nice words. They say a lot of good things. But put your actions where your mouth is. Do that. Do that. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and trusting in the shadow of Egypt, your confusion. Your confusion. Because shadow is not the very thing. It's not at all. Go down to verse 9.
Come on. Verse 9. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 9. That this is a rebellious people, lying children.
Lying children. Keep going.
Children that will not hear the law.
You will not hear the what?
The law.
The very thing that Christian church teaches that you don't have to follow.
Right.
The very thing that the Christian church say, you good. Christ fulfilled it. You good. You can do you. And you good. Christ did the law. No problem. That's crazy. Keep going.
Of the Lord, which say to the seers.
Say to the seers. Go ahead.
Not. See
not. Tell us, see not. See not what we're doing. Go ahead.
And to the prophets, prophesy not.
Prophesy not against what we're doing.
Unto us, right things.
Don't prophesy unto us right things. This is what every damn Christian want right here. And read that loud.
Speak unto us smooth things.
Speak unto us smooth things.
Prophesy deceits.
Prophesy deceits. Keep going.
Get you out of the way.
Get ISUP. Get y'all out of the way.
Right. Turn aside, like it.
Keep going.
Turn aside out of the path. Cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us.
This is what they say to us when we come with this truth.
Right.
They want, hey, get out of the way. Turn aside out of the path, man. Come on, man. This is what we go through all the time. And listen, being an Israelite, being in this truth, I love it. Because it exposes the world all the way.
Right.
It just exposes everything about this Bible is true. This is a lie. The Bible is a living organism. And you got to put it in play. You got to put it in play. You got that 1 Samuel 8. We're going to start at verse 4. Let's see what Israel and how Israel received their government. How did they structure their government? You got it?
This is the book of 1 Samuel chapter 8, verse 4. Then all the elders of Israel gathered themselves together and came to Samuel unto Ramah.
Yeah, Ramah.
Ramah. Rama?
You good? You two out. Go ahead.
And said unto him, Behold, thou art old, and the sons walk not in thy ways. Now make us a king to judge us like all the nations.
Stop right there. That's the part right there. Now make us a king to judge us like all nations. What is the very first thing the Most High told us when we got into the land? When we got into that land, what is the very first thing he told us?
Go through the land. Don't worship the gods that was in the land.
Go to what's that? Joshua chapter 3. Now remember, they said what? They said, give us a king like what?
Like all the nations.
Like all the other nations. We want to be like the other nations. Now, hold on. Hold on, it might be Judges 3. It's Judges 3. Judges 3. Now remember, we want a king like the other nations. This is the part that we miss. We want a king like the other nations. We want to this is what blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans want. You want to be like other nations. Look, every time I meet a sister, she always say, well, you know, I got Italian in me. I got a little bit of Puerto Rican in me. I got a little Indian in me. Nobody just want to be us.
Right.
They'll never want to just be us, man. You got that?
Okay.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Judges, chapter 3. Now, these are the nations which the Lord left to prove Israel.
To do what?
To prove Israel.
Hold on for 1 minute. What does that mean, young lady? What does that mean? When it says, now these are the nations which the Lord left to prove Israel.
He left the other nations.
To what?
He left the other nations.
He left the other nations to prove Israel. What does that mean? Like a Rob, help her out.
The other nations was put around us for example of what not to do.
Yes. Can you say that better?
So that we could
all right, look, watch this. Now these are the nations which the Lord left to prove Israel by them. What does that mean? To test Israel. Listen, when somebody asks you why is the other nations here? Why, if the Most High only loves us and salvation is only for us, why are the other nations here? Why are the other nations here? To prove us, to test us. Look, when that sister walked past you with that dress on and those cheeks is showing and them thighs is showing, that's a test.
right.
To see if you gonna do it. See if you gonna do it. You know that, that's a test. Every time you see anything what Eve saw, that was a test. She failed. She failed. The other nations are here to test you. To test you. Keep going. I'm gonna get you. Keep going. To prove Israel. Keep going.
By them, to know whether they would hearken unto the commandments of the Lord.
See that? See that? Which it's a test to see if you're gonna follow the most. Look, remember when before Christ began his ministry, he began his ministry in Matthew 4, right? First thing he did, he was put to the test.
Right.
He was led to the wilderness, and the devil, it was on. And he defeated him with what? Scripture, divine intervention. I know Christians believe that he God, but he relied on the Most High. You feel me? That's who he relied on. So it says that those nations was left to test Israel, whether you will follow the Most High or follow other nation. Keep going.
Okay. Which he commanded their fathers by the hand of Moses. And the children of Israel dwelt among the Canaanites Hittites, Amorites, and Perizzites, and Hivites, and Jebusites.
So now we, just like now, we among everybody. We among all the heathens.
Right.
We among all the heathens. Now go back to 1 Samuel 8. Go ahead.
Can I finish that verse out?
Yeah, you got it.
6, because it get crazy. It get crazy.
I know, I know, but Tom, but you good. Go ahead.
Salakia. It say, and they took their daughters to be their wives, and gave their daughters to be their sons.
They did the total opposite.
Right, and served their God.
From the rip.
Yo, that's crazy. Salakia.
From the rip. Just totally ignoring exactly the Most High. And guess what? By us relying on the Most High, we'll be still in our rest. We'll be still in our land. And listen, we'll be running the planet because the earth was made for our sake. Right? Keep going. Anything else? Oh, go back to 1 Samuel 8.
This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 8, verse 4, 5. And verse 5. And said unto him, Behold, thou art old, and thy sons walk not in thy ways. Now make us a king to judge us like all the nations.
So make us a king to judge us like all the nations. Ain't thinking about the Most High. Ain't thinking about the Most High at all. Not even a little bit. So here, the children of Israel is divided. They are divided. Because I'm quite sure you had some that did not want to do that. But guess what? The masses, the elders came, and that's what they did. You got anything else on that? Would you go down to verse 7?
Verse 7.
Yeah, go down to verse 7.
And the Lord said unto Samuel, Hearken unto the voice of the people and all that they say unto thee. For they have not rejected thee, but they have rejected me.
They have rejected the Most High power. That's who they rejected. That's who they rejected. So why did Israel want a king? They wanted a king to, go ahead. You got something you want to say, Michael Ward?
Sure.
They wanted a king because they wanted to be like other nations. So they rejected divine government and they relied on human government. They rejected the Most High and they relied on themselves.
Right.
All right? That's what they did. Now go down to 1 Samuel 13. 1 Samuel 13. We're going to do some comparison.
Verse 13.
Chapter 13. Sorry, Salakia.
1 Samuel chapter 13.
Yeah.
This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 13, verse 1. And Saul reigned 1 year. And when he had reigned 2 years over Israel, Saul chose him 3,000 men of Israel. Wherefore 2,000 were with Saul in Michmash.
Yeah, Khan.
And in Mount
Bethel.
And 1,000 were with Jonah. And Gabriel
Khan
of Benjamin. And the rest of the people he sent every man to his tent.
Go ahead.
And Jonathan smote the Goshen of the Philistines that were in Gabah. And the Philistines heard of it. And Saul blew the trumpet throughout all the land, saying, Let the Hebrews hear.
Come on.
And all Israel heard, saying that Saul had smitten a Goshen of the Philistines, and that Israel also was had in abomination with the Philistines. And the people were called together after Saul to
Gilgal.
And the Philistines gathered themselves together to fight with Israel.
So now they ready to fight against Israel. It's on now. Go ahead.
30,000 chariots
Mm-hmm.
and 6,000 horsemen.
Uh-huh.
And people as the sand which is on the seashore in the multitude.
Good night.
And they came up and pitched in Michmash, eastward from Bethhaven.
Uh-huh.
When the men of Israel saw that they were in a
They were stressed. Go ahead.
for the people were distressed.
Uh-huh.
Then the people did hide themselves in caves and in thickets
Uh-huh.
and in the rocks and in high places and in pits.
Uh-huh. So now Israel just hide. They shook. Now remember, they got a leader. They got Saul. Go ahead.
And some of the Hebrews went over Jordan to the land of Gad and Galilee. As of Saul, he was yet in Galilee. Gilgal, and all the people followed him trembling.
All the people now, everybody shook. Now remind you now, this is your king. All right? People are hiding. Israelites are hiding, ducking, trembling. Saul don't know what to do. All of us have gotten into a situation and a position where we was just a little confused and just didn't know what to do at that time. Let's see what Saul did. What would you do? What would you do? Keep going.
And he tarried 7 days according to the set time that Saul had appointed.
Uh-huh.
And Samuel had appointed. But Samuel came not to Gilgal. And the people were scattered from him. And Saul said, bring hither a burnt offering to me.
Mm-hmm.
And peace offering.
Mm-hmm.
And he offered the burnt offering.
All right, so now what do you see here? Now you see a situation where Saul is shook. The Philistines are coming. The Hamites, the Africans, they're coming. The people are shook. Everybody is scared. What was the first thing he did? He made a sacrifice. He did a sacrifice because he was shook. Keep going.
And it came to pass that as soon as he had made an end of offering the burnt offering, behold, Samuel came, and Saul went out to meet him, that he might salute him. And Saul said,
and Samuel said,
what hast thou done? And Saul said, because I saw that the people were scattered from me, and that thou camest not wherein the days appointed, and that the Philistines gathered themselves together at Michmash. Therefore said I, the Philistines will come down now upon me in Galaad, and I have not made supplication unto the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
I forced myself.
I did what?
I forced myself. Therefore, and offered a burnt offering.
So he did not seek counsel from the Lord. He did not seek counsel from the Most High. But he says, I forced myself, therefore, and offered a burnt offering. And then Samuel said unto Saul, thou hast done foolish. Thou hast not kept the commandments of the Lord thy God, which he had commanded thee. For now would the Lord have established thy kingdom forever. This is what happens when you rely on the Most High. But when you rely on yourself, And it doesn't even matter. If you rely on yourself and you call it righteous, it's not righteous, because our righteousness is what? Is as filthy rags. So listen, we have to always rely on the Most High. Here is a king that did not. Here is a king that was just like the people that chose him, relied on himself, on their self. They wanted a king like the other nations. Well, guess what? They got a king like the other nations that rely on himself. He answers to himself. He lead himself. He forced himself to do it. 1 Samuel 15.
Verse 15. And Samuel arose.
That's chapter 15. Go to chapter 15.
Chapter 15. This is 1 Samuel, chapter 15. Samuel also said unto Saul, the Lord sent me to anoint thee to be king over his people, over Israel.
Oh, keep going.
Now therefore hearken unto thee, unto the voice of the words of the Lord. Verse 2. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, I will remember that which Amalek did to Israel, how he laid wait for him in the way.
Yo, listen how the Most High is. He like, listen. In verse 2 it says, thus said the Lord of hosts, I remember that Amalek did to Israel. I remember what they did to Israel and how they laid wait for him in the way when we came up out of Egypt. I remember that. Most High said, we remember that. All right, I ain't forget that. Keep going.
Now go and smite Amalek.
Go do what?
Smite Amalek. And utterly destroy all that they had, and spare them not, but slay both man and woman, infant and suckling, ox and sheep, camel and ass.
So what did he tell them to do? Go and slaughter what? All or some? All. Did he say keep some? He said slaughter all. The Most High gave a clear order. Everything got to go. Verse 4.
Verse 4. And Saul gathered the people together and numbered them in Tamlin.
Where you at? Yeah, yes, that's the one. Telemine.
200,000 footmen. And 10,000 men of Judah.
Keep going.
And Saul came to a city of Amalek and laid wait in the valley. And Saul said unto the Kenites, Go, depart, get you down from among the Amalekites, lest I destroy you with them. For ye shewed kindness to all the children of Israel when they came up out of Egypt. So the Kenites departed from among the Amalekites.
So Saul said, listen, he told them, look, you better get away from them, man, because I'm getting ready to do the things to these bulls right here. And y'all was good to us when we came up out of Egypt, but they wasn't. So the Most High is requiring that we go and we destroy all of them, all of their cattle, all of everything that they got, we're going to destroy. That's what the Most High said. That's what he means. Verse 7.
Verse 7. And Saul smote the Amalekites from Havilah until the cometh to Shar, that it is over again against Egypt.
Keep going.
And he took Agag, the king of the Amalekites, alive. And utterly destroyed all the people with the edge of the sword.
Keep going.
But Saul and the people spared Agag and the best of the sheep and of the oxen and of the fatling and the lamb.
So what's the problem that we see here? Go ahead.
Salaki, they did total opposite of what the Lord said.
The total opposite. The total opposite. You know the problem? Saul assumes. He assumed. That's what he do. He did a lot of assuming. He had a lot of fear, right? And he justified himself. That's what he did. He justified himself. He didn't get justification by seeking the Most High. Remember, he did something that the Most High instructs us to do. He did a sacrifice, right? You would think that was righteous. You would think that was good. But no, that was out of order because the Most High had already gave instructions. If the Most High give instructions, you follow those strict instructions. You follow those orders. That's why I try to tell the brothers, the young men in the school, if you get an order, you follow it. You follow that order.
All right.
But Saul had a problem because he assumed, he feared, and he justified himself. But then came David. 1 Samuel 23. Then came my man David.
This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 23, verse 1. Then they told David, saying, behold, the Philistines fight against Caleb.
Uh-huh.
And they robbed the
threshing floors. Mm-hmm.
Threshing floors. Therefore, David inquired of the Lord.
He did what?
Inquired of the Lord.
He did what?
Inquired of the Lord.
Now here's a man that set the standards, and the first thing he did what?
Inquired of the Lord.
That's what you should do. You should do what?
Inquire of the Lord.
Every man should do what?
Inquire of the Lord.
You should inquire of the Lord before you do anything. Go ahead.
Saying, shall I go and smite these Philistines?
Shall I go and smite these Philistines? Listen, I already feel like I can take this bull. I already feel like I can do it without a problem. But David, like, hey, listen, the first thing I'm going to do is do what?
Inquired of the Lord.
Inquired of the Lord, saying, go.
Saying, shall I go and smite these Philistines?
Uh-huh.
And the Lord said unto David, go and smite the Philistines and save Caleb.
Go down to verse 4.
Verse 4. And David inquired of the Lord yet again.
He did what?
He inquired of the Lord yet again.
Well, what do you mean? He already did it. You mean to tell me you're going to do it again? Yeah, you're going to do it again. Listen, I find myself some mornings saying things over and over and over and inquiring the Lord and asking the Most High over and over. David turned around and asked him again. Keep going.
And the Lord answered him and said, arise, go down to Caleb, for I will deliver the Philistines unto thy hand.
Boom, the Most High, bang. Go to 2 Samuel 2:1. This is what you need to be doing. Think about it. This is a man that was established and gave a testimony. Most High gave a testimony to him that from his loins, from his bowels, he would bring forth the Messiah. Go ahead.
This is 2 Samuel chapter 2, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And it came to pass after this that David inquired of the Lord.
Again. He inquired the Lord again. Give me 2 Samuel 5:19.
This is the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 5, verse 19.
We at it again. Go ahead.
And David inquired of the Lord.
There we go. He's always asking the Lord. He's always inquiring the Lord. This is repetition, man. This is how all of us should be. This should be a highlight in our life. Inquiring of the Lord. Keep going.
Saying, shall I go up to the Philistines?
Listen, he didn't already knock these boys off once. He could have been confident and just moved out. He just handled his business. But what did he do? He inquired the Lord again. Keep going.
Wilt thou deliver them unto my hand? And the Lord said unto David, go up.
Go up.
For I will doubtless deliver the Philistines unto thy hand.
Keep going.
And David came to Bala
Perazim,
And David smote them there, and said, the Lord hath broken forth upon my enemies before me, and the breach of waters. Therefore he called the name of that place Baal-Pelamim. And there they left their images, and David and his men burnt them. And the Philistines came up yet again and spared themselves and spread themselves against.
So listen, remember, David had already been smashing these boys. This is a cakewalk to David. This is a cakewalk. This is a cakewalk. He been beating down the Philistines from the beginning.
Right.
But watch, they come again. He doesn't take matters into his own hands still. He does it again. Keep reading.
And they left their image. And the Philistines came up yet again and spread themselves in the valley of
Refrain. Just refrain.
Rephaim.
Go ahead.
And when David inquired of the Lord, he said, thou shalt not go up, but fetch a compass behind them.
So look, the point is, David inquired the Lord again. Our time is tight. So once David was established king of Israel, what was the first thing the people did with David? Go to 2 Samuel 5, 1 through 5. 2 Samuel 5, 1 through 5.
This is the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 5, verse 1. Then came all the tribes of Israel.
All the tribes of Israel, go ahead.
To David unto Hebron. And spake, saying, behold, we are thy bone and thy flesh.
What was that saying? So they all came to David. Everybody came to David, and they said, we are bone and thy flesh. So what is he saying?
We brothers.
We brothers. We family. Brotherhood.
Right.
They're asked, the first thing they ask, the first thing come out their mouth. Listen, man, we brothers. We brotherhood. Keep going.
In time past, when Saul was king over us, thou was he that led us out and brought us in Israel. And the Lord said to thee, thou shalt feed my people Israel, and thou shalt be a captain over Israel. So all the elders of Israel came to the king, to Hebron, and King David made a league with them in Hebron before the Lord, and they anointed David king over Israel. David was 30 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 40 years. And in Hebron, he reigned over Judah 7 years and 6 months. And in Jerusalem, he reigned 30 years and 3 years over all Israel and Judah.
Over all Israel and Judah, one more.
And the king and his men went to Jerusalem unto the Jebusites, the inhabitants of the land, which spake unto David, saying, except thou take away the blind and the lame, thou shalt not come in hither. Thinking David cannot come in hither, nevertheless David took the stronghold of Zion. The same is the city of David.
That's how David rolled. That's how David rolled. And David got to that position because he did what? He inquired the Lord constantly.
Right.
Never not considered to talk about and inquire the Lord. Brotherhood, government. Paul spoke about this. This is my last precept I'm gonna pull. Go to Acts chapter 13. Now, Acts chapter 13 is where I'm probably gonna start on my next class, because Acts chapter 13 is a very interesting and a very unique and special chapter, because this is the chapter that when Paul, this is Paul breakout chapter. This is Paul breakout chapter, right? But when Paul was testifying of the Messiah, guess who he brought up? David. David always comes up. David is always in in the mix because David set a standard. He set a standard. What you got?
It's like, is that where Christians act? That where Christians get that like Paul was rebellious and stuff?
Con. Con. What Christians do is they read the New Testament from America's linguistics. So when you read it from America's linguistics, it'll look like Paul is contradicting and saying something different from the Old Testament. And that's the issue. That's the problem. All right. All right. So in Acts chapter 13, this is when Paul gives he starts to break down and to prove who is the Messiah, that Christ is the Messiah. And when he gets to David, he speaks of something that's very heavy. He speaks of something very heavy, and this is where we're going to leave it at. Go to Acts chapter 13. We're going to start at verse 20. We're going to start with the Judges, right where we was reading where Samuel, right after the Judges, right? Remember, during the time of the Judges, we was divided. Men did what was righteous in their own eyes.
Right.
You got it.
Kawakan. Just the book of Acts, chapter 13, verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, he gave unto them judges about the space of 450 years unto Samuel the prophet. And afterward, they desired a king.
They what?
They desired a king.
We just read about it. They desired a king. The things that was written in the Old Testament, the Old Covenant, was written for our learning. Don't ever forget that. Keep going.
And God gave unto them Saul, the son of Cis, a man of the tribe of Benjamin.
Keep going.
By the space of 40 years. And when he had removed them.
When he had removed Saul, remember, the Most High took his spirit from Saul and gave his spirit to David.
Right.
So it says after, go ahead, after they removed him,
he raised up unto them David to be their king.
To
whom also he gave testimony.
Now I want y'all to really understand what's going on here. It says the Most High gave David a testimony. Not David gave Most High a testimony,
right?
But the Most High gave David a testimony. He testified to this. Keep going.
And said, I have found David, the son of Jesse, a man after mine own heart.
That's big. A man after my own heart. Listen, if you are one that's after the Most High's heart, that means that you're going to use the example that David gave. You're going to inquire of the Lord.
Right.
You're going to have divine intervention. You're going to be praying, fasting. You're going to be doing those spiritual things, getting that spiritual food, getting that spiritual wisdom. That's what you're going to be getting. He said he gave a testimony and saying, I have found David, the son of Jesse, a man after my own heart. Keep going.
Which shall fulfill all my will.
Which shall fulfill all my will. He's talking about David. And then he says, of this man's sperm. That's what he's saying. He's talking about the one that inquired of him. The one that unified Israel.
Right.
The one that subdued all enemies. He said, of this man's seed had God, according to his promise, raised unto Israel a savior, Jesus. Yahweh Shah Mashiach. This is a standard that David set. This is a brotherhood that is set. We see it throughout the scriptures. David is a standard. David is an example. This is what we should be following. Any questions?
Just one. Would this be a cool precept too for Christians saying that Christ he not David's seed, right?
Right.
There's a cool precept for that.
That he's not that kind, because it's saying of this man's seed. But when it says of this man's seed, remember, you got to give them understanding that this is talking about Joseph.
Right.
It's not talking, it's because, why is it talking about Joseph? Because Joseph, go to Luke real quick, and then some of the last one based on that, what you just said. Luke chapter 1 and verse, hold on 1 second. I'm in Luke 2, Luke 1, and I think it's like 32, I think, or where it talks about Joseph. Hold on. All right, verse 27.
Okay. It says, this is the book of Luke, chapter 1, verse 27. To a virgin espoused to a man whose name was Joseph, of the house of David.
See? So Joseph being from the house of David, he is the one that supplied the sperm for Christ.
Right.
That's why it says, go back to that.
Okay.
Acts chapter 13 and verse 23.
Of this man's seed hath God, according to his promise, raised unto Israel a Savior, Jesus.
So of this man's seed, that man's sperm, that sperm came through Joseph. Joseph is from the house of David. If you need, we know that's the first thing we established at the beginning, that Mary was not from the house of David. That's the first thing we established. So in order for Christ to be the Messiah, he had to come from the seed of David, and that came through Joseph. All right. Any questions? Any more questions? All right, I'm gonna turn the class. Salakia, where's your piece? He drawing, eh?
What is smoke?
Say what?
Smoked.
What's about?
What is it?
Smot? Smoke? SOMTE?
SMOT.
Yeah, that means that they killed him. They smot him. They struck him. All right. It depends on the context. All right. Any questions in the chat? Let's see what we got in the chat while he going to get his piece. Let's see. We got a couple people in the building. We got. All right, you back?
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna turn the class over to Priest and Officer Lakarab.
All right, rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother and sister come into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to seek counsel from the heads if they have a particular interest in a person. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18-21, Malachi 3:8-10. Ma'asher means 10th in Hebrew. 10th of every penny of every increase the Lord give you. Up and coming holy convocations. We got Memorial to blow on the trumpets, and it's gonna be held in Delaware. If you are a Black, Hispanic, or a Native, come out and make it out to keep the commandments with us. And priest fund, it's not mandatory, it's free will, whatever you feel in your heart to give. And with that being said, if any brother want to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black pants, headband, boots, and scarf. With that being said, men of Israel, Midram, we're gonna give a courtesy salute, which means a Midram means to stand. Midram. Or Midram Shabbat. A Midram, Barak.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Barak Thumb.
Yashmatah, which means hands down. Sar, which means to turn. Sisters, a Midram, which means to stand. We're going to give a courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Midram Shabbat. A Midram, Barak.
Yahweh Shamar Thumb by Shem Yahweh Shah.
Yashmatah, which means hands down. Class dismissed.